Let's be real, all positive, no negative. Right here, presented to you by Epic TV Media Worldwide. Let's Be Real presents Ray Lynn, Phoenix Mo, and Queen B. Right here on the Epic TV Media Topic Show with the Let's Be Real Show. Let's go! Brought to you by Epic TV Media Worldwide.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to Let's Be Real. It's me, Phoenix Moo.
And it's your girl, Queen B.
What's going on? We got my brother Philosophy in the back. You know, he's back there even though you don't see him. So give him a shout out. So tonight, we got a good show. We talking about what everybody been talking about. Okay. We got this beef going on with Nicki, with Meg. We got some Barbs that's doing a lot. We got some Meg supporters. We got, you know, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot. And it's been going on for like years, right? But it's like, it's starting to come to a head and people, you know, we got people hitting below the belt. Look, it's some good stuff. So if y'all don't know where it stemmed from, we're going to show a little video. And we're going to show y'all kind of where it started from. Meg started this. People called it a diss, right? But she only said this one line. Nick got a little butt hurt. So, Brother Philosophy, run the video. We're going to show y'all kind of where it started from.
Been trill, been doing it, been at it.
Your flow is such a bore. Drinking the bottle of honey through a straw. Bitch, you better stop the dialogue. Or I hit calling by your catalog. Sigh. How you fucking mother me when she die? How you gonna get a penny can't cry? Shit. Bye. Bigfoot, but you still a small fry. Swearing on your dead mother when you lie. Hey yo, this little begging whore talking about Megan's Law. For a free beat, you can hit Megan Raw. If you a ghostwriter, party in Megan jaw. Shot stone, but I still ain't let Megan fall. Bad bitch, she like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. The bitch fell off, I said, get up on your good foot. Still ain't top red booby. Tryna steal a source, I said, get up on my cookbook. But really, I'm a city pie. P-R-T-T-Y, but I'm P-E-T-T-Y. Why did you lie about your lipo? Fucking your best friend, man, is crazy. You the type, though. You was lying to the queen and you been lying to the king. Yeah, the 30-year-old teen so stale. Kylie kicked you out and made you stumble to the car. Bobs, I need a good alcohol bar. Roman, wait, that was the bar. Like a bodybuilder, I keep raising the bar.
So that video, that was the Nicki diss, right? Y'all heard it.
See, she wasn't too happy. You know, she wasn't too happy with Megan. So we're going to go ahead and play this Megan Stallion video, and then we're going to get into all the hot topics and give y'all a breakdown of all the spiciness and all this tea we got tonight.
Mm-hmm. Tap in,
go ahead, Philosophy, and run that video for us, please.
I just want to kick this shit off by saying, fuck y'all. I ain't got to clear my name on a motherfucking thing. Every time I get mentioned, one of y'all bitch ass niggas get 24 hours of attention. I'm finna get this shit off my chest and lay it to rest. Let's go. And if the beat live, I feel like Mariah Carey. Got these niggas so obsessed. My pussy so famous, might get managed by Kris Jenner next. He can't move on, can't let it go. He hook nose full of that Tina Snow. And since niggas need making help to make money, bitch, come be my hoe. All of you bitches is wig on the Bible. Cut the shit for a no one can find you. I can never be judged by a bitch that was dancing, making R. Kelly go viral. Hey, I'm sexy as fuck and I'm freaky. Get whoever I want, any meanie. Why the fuck would I stay with a nigga that's weak in the sheets and don't know how to please me? Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Say he fuck making and now he the topic. These niggas thinking they lower the value. All this free promo, I'm turning to profit. Hey, when a nigga be kissing the tell us. Say he'll play up but he in his feelings. Bet I won't give up the pussy again. Shit, gave it to his friend. These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's law. I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all don't want me started. Bitch, you a pussy. Never finna check me. Every chance you get, bitch, your weak ass wanna dress me. Bitches swear they cheat.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's some tea right there. Megan said a whole lot in just that one line. That one line spoke value.
Listen, so some people, and I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I kind of was. When that Megan's Law line came out, right? There was a man. The law who it was made for, her dad got real upset, right? About that line in general. And a lot of people was saying that they had to go look it up. They didn't even know what Megan's Law was. And I was like, what? How have you, like, where y'all people been living under a rock? Because where have y'all been? Like, Megan's Law is everywhere, right? So,
correct.
You tapped in that may not know what Megan's Law is. It was made basically for sex offenders. You have to register wherever you go, whatever neighborhood you move into. Some offenders can't even live in a certain distance of children, like depending on how bad it is. So that's what Megan's Law is. So the line wasn't really a diss, right? But a hit dog gonna holler. Nikki, put the shoe on.
So, but you got to think she took that as a diss because of the circle that she has.
True.
And the circle that she has is not the best circle. So with that being said, you got to think if something's going to hit home, it's going to hit home because it has something to do with what's close to home. So that line within itself brought so much power because of the person she's married to, the person that's related to her, and the type of background that comes with them.
Right. But it's like, in hindsight, you chose to be with that man. You knew what, his history was, and you was cool with it. It's, know what I mean? Like, you can't be mad necessarily somebody bringing up something that's like, it's legit, And of course, at some point, Nikki got to clap back. But to me, she clapped back a little too hard. A little too hard.
Look, no, listen, this is the thing, okay? So you got to think. Us as women, we protect our families, okay? So we come out as like these lions, okay? So with Megan coming out, with her feeling that Megan came after her family, because that's her husband, and by rightful, that's her man, so she's going to stick by her man, whatever. But because it's a like a family thing, okay, she came after my family. So what did Nikki do? She wants to hit home where it's going to hurt the most. So it's going to hurt most where I reach back out and touch the same things that you touched. So you touched on my family members. Why not me touch on your family members?
This is true to a certain extent. I feel like even if Nikki took it like, as a diss to her husband or her brother, right?
Right.
They're still here. They can defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? You are legit. Like, you told this woman to go conjure up her dead mother and apologize.
That part.
What in the hell? And me, see, that for me was like, I mean, I didn't take it personal, but it was kind of personal because I lost my mother, right?
Right.
My biological mom. And then 5 years later, I lost my first stepmom. So to have to go through that twice is like, once is terrible, twice is double.
That part.
So to me, when it comes to like certain, like your mama jokes and stuff like that, you really couldn't play like that with me when she was alive, but I would take it more of a joke. But now that she's gone, you can't say nothing to me. You can't say a
Right.
word. Like, you can't mention my mom in anything negative in the same sentence, even if you ain't directing it towards her. You can't put them two together. So it's
Well,
like,
yeah, and I understand that.
touch on to touch on something or somebody that cannot defend themselves or have nothing to say was kind of crazy.
Right.
That part I didn't understand. It's like, yeah, you could have talked about anybody else in the family or friends or whoever, but like, mama though.
Right. But listen, you got to think though. Like I said, she's trying to hit where it's going to hurt the most. So you think about that. Just like you
Yeah.
tell people, okay, well, I'm going to hit you where it hurts the most. So where it's going to hurt the most is talking about something she loves dearly. Okay. So she knows, okay, your mom's gone, and whatever shit Megan may have did or may not have done, and whatever she gossiped with Nikki about, to let Nikki in her business to that extent, to even be able to have something to talk about. Like, Nikki's coming at her like, okay, this is a, like a revenge thing. Like, you really went after my family type of shit. That's how she's feeling. But
Yeah.
then at the same time, she has to understand too, what comes along with what you have. Again, your circle. So you're in a circle of people that don't sit up too high because they touching on people's kids and stuff. That's not acceptable. Like, and you're a
No.
mother, you're a woman. So that right there should never be part of your game plan. That should never be okay with you. So
Right.
like, but I think that Nikki is more like in defense because of that, like, because she knows ultimately deep down inside, like, that's not acceptable. That's not okay. Like, and if you got kids, then you know better. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care. And when it says about her husband, he's a level 2 offender where he's like has the highest level where he's not supposed to even be around children. So
Right.
make it make sense. So, but, I guess their little beef is, stemmed and it's going back and forth. So, Nikki is on this, dead mama jokes and dead mama this and, which isn't, culture, but,
I mean,
it's the industry too. So,
I was looking through videos and I'm reading people's comments, right? Because I'm wanting to be nosy and I like to read the comments. That's me. I'm
That
sitting
part.
in the comment section with my popcorn. I love the comments. They crack me up. So
I know everybody need to get their popcorn now. Make sure they got their popcorn and their tea.
I swear, because that's what I'm like. All right, I'm reading these comments, and one of the, I guess, diss lines, Nikki was saying that, like, basically you could raw dog Megan. Want a good time,
Right.
whatever, you could get her. So
Right.
one of, I guess, a Meg supporter, maybe, she could have been neutral, who knows, but she had made a comment that said something along the lines of like, well, Nikki, you married a sex offender and then laid down and had a kid with him, so make it make sense. And I was like, well,
listen, that's a major point right there, because listen, this is how I feel about it. If I have children and I have daughters, I'm not going to even fix myself to put myself, my children, or any of that in that type of situation, because who's to say it ain't going to happen to your baby down the line? Like, you don't know that. And it's not like you only got one person around your baby that's like that. You have multiple people around your baby that conduct themselves in that ill manner.
Right. Yes, exactly. So it's like, yeah, think about that. And all the while, it's like, it doesn't make a lot of sense that, because to me right now, Nikki look a whole bunch of crazy. Not even
that part.
Not even for just clapping back, because it's like we're used to seeing that, beefing and whatnot between, like, celebrities and musical artists. So it's like, okay,
Love the juice and the entertainment, huh? Get it all.
Right. It's like we like a little drama. My thing with her is like, first of all, you dragging this.
Right.
Like, you've been doing this for days. For days. You just on
really
Instagram, on Twitter, on anything you could, you then you went live in what looked like a basement. It looked like I mean, not like a messed up dirty basement, but it looked like
Underground. It was
like in
underground.
the grandma's basement, like a normal, you know. And I mean, she was on there. She sounded crazy.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
sounded
repeat
like
yourself,
for
like
real.
you got
She was like whispering 1 minute, and then she's making a song about the dead mama and your dead mama and you're dying and you're crying I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like she's really making little sad songs about, you know, your dead mama and you're lying and you're crying, and just like went on some type of
she has some powerful
crazy
shit. That was
rampage about the shit. And I'm just
sad.
like, at this point, we gotta help Sister Nikki. She might need a little prayer, like a little exorcism or something. She seems a little touched.
I said, listen,
A little touched.
Megan is applying pressure and pressure busts pipes. So Nikki is feeling that pressure right now. So she's really pressed about this situation. Like, and that's why I said one line that could have
Yeah.
meant anything. So that made
Yeah.
you want to go out of your character from being a mother, an artist, an entertainer, all these things, and
Yeah.
take your time to
Yeah.
literally fuck with somebody else like nonstop. Like,
Yeah.
who does that?
Mhm.
Like, if anything, you got money, baby girl. You could have paid somebody to play Twitter fingers for you.
Right.
I'm just
And the
saying.
thing,
I'm just saying.
and it's crazy that you say that, because like when I was like reading through you know, comments and videos and stuff. So I guess there's like I guess portraits that are out of like this Bigfoot, right? And the girl was saying, like, you know, Nikki's making fun of Meg and talking about Bigfoot and this, that, and the third. And she's like, when you think about it, what does Bigfoot represent? Somebody that is coming through, tearing shit up, a force to be reckoned with. Nobody, like everybody's out to get Bigfoot because he's out here, you know. And she was like, so when you think about it, it's like she's like, I feel like Nikki is looking at Megan as this intimidating force to be reckoned with. And I'm thinking about it too. I'm like, that kind of makes sense. Like, that's another way to look at it. And I mean, you got to be bothered to put this much energy into a female that like you really don't care about, and she don't have no bearings on your life. She's not, you know, she ain't helping pay your bills, take care of your kids, nothing. She's no bearing on your life whatsoever, and you are putting that much time and energy into
her.
into that. Like that one line, not even like multiple things in the song. One line that it was true. It was true. And it's legal. Like, and to be honest with you, it raised a lot of awareness because a lot of people did not know. And now they do. And I feel like that's a good thing because people need to know about it. You might have somebody living in your neighborhood. You got to watch them. You better check that internet and get on the law.
Well, you know, and they have a website that you can go on there and check for anywhere, you know, and see where somebody's at, and it gives you a whole breakdown, you know, and that is good for the public, you know, in your community, because you want to be safe in your community. That's why you work hard and you pick the places that you live and certain things like that, you know. Not saying that you're going to avoid any of that because it's everywhere, but you know, you're able to, you know, see where it's at, you know, and get a better understanding so that you can protect yourself a little bit better. Megan's, you know, track was like, it was cool. Like she put her little comments in there about different people. She didn't come out too off and like say anybody's name, you know, but motherfuckers knew who she was talking about. Like if she had something to say about them, they knew who she was talking about. So she left her presence felt just in that song alone. And I think that's why Nicki is like really pressed, because she didn't have to say her name. She didn't have to say her husband's name, none of that. All she had to do was say a little bitty line. But if you turn around and look at Nicki's video, Nicki's talking about Megan's former label and, you know, buying Megan out from, you know, him and doing all this extra stuff. So, you know, you naming names and doing all this, like, that's extra shit right there. The streets of the code, you don't say no names. So I don't know. I don't know about all that. Just saying.
It's giving a little, it's giving snitch. It's giving a little ratty.
I'm just saying.
You know, giving a little Mickey Mouse. You know.
Yeah, them vibes a little everywhere. Like,
yeah.
We
got a comment that says she got shot in her foot. Yes, she did. She got shot in her foot, and I believe like that's one of the lines too that Nicki, you know, she insinuated in there, like, get on your good foot. It's like, girl. Okay. Like, okay, she got shot in her foot. Okay. And your husband is still liking little girls.
So listen, I'm wondering, you know, because, you know, we just had last week, we talked about Diddy and all them and all their little extra, you know, activities they got going on. So I'm wondering how long it's going to take for Nicki to fuck up with the Illuminati before they get to like, your husband this, you did that. How many kids did y'all have in y'all house and these after parties? And oh my goodness, there's a whole lot going on in Nicki house that we don't know about. Like, that's the shit that's going to be crazy.
Since Nicki came out, okay, especially like, you know, mainstream and she like hit, I felt like they got to her, because who the hell is all them people living up in you, Martha and Roman and they dog and the fucking auntie down the way and what? Excuse me? And you really had people walking around like, oh, thinking they're Roman. Who the fuck is that?
So listen, we've already figured out that she has some extra personalities. You know, she probably got about 5 or 6, maybe more. You know, and they come out at different times. So we getting that idea, because, you know, these different levels that she's going with things, it couldn't be nothing else, because
it's like multiple personality, and they don't even call it that anymore. It's dissociative identity disorder, to be exact. And it's given exactly that. Because
that part,
you know, and it's given that right now. Like with the ranting that she's doing, I listened to the diss track and I'm just sitting there like.
But listen to this, okay? Think about this, okay? With both diss tracks, okay? Megan did her diss track, and like I said, she didn't put a whole lot of names in there, but she didn't do it to the fact of like, let me just go crazy on everybody and you know, start a whole bunch of ruckus. Yeah, she started some ruckus, but not to where if you weren't in the circle, you wouldn't know what's going on. Like, you wouldn't really know. But if Nicki would have never did that diss, nobody would have even known that line could have even possibly had anything to do with Nicki. But again, it was like, okay, now Nicki, do you want to feel relevant? Do you want some attention? Is Megan Stallion getting a little bit too much attention for you now? Because that song hit 29 million in less than 2 weeks, and it hit #1 on a 200 Billboard chart.
Yeah, did numbers.
Yeah, numbers. It did 104 million in downloads in a week and a half. So it did some good numbers. Like, other than that, like, what reason did Nicki have to go put out a diss track? Because nobody knew she was talking about you. Nobody knew she was talking about your husband, your brother, your whoever else in your circle that's nasty like that. They didn't know.
There's speculation now, because I was researching. There's speculation that, because you know, everybody used to be cool, even Cardi. Like, everybody was cool, right? And then they had somebody kind of broke up. Well, it's speculation that when Megan and Cardi did their song. Since they did WAP, that was like the boom that, you know, Nicki was like jealous. That's speculation. And that's what kind of really tore them apart is them two doing a song together, and it was really like a hit. And I'm like, but what
then
is
listen,
that to hate on though? Like, if you know who you is, right?
that
You know
part.
what you're capable of because you done did numbers, Nicki. You done did
Right.
numbers.
That
You
part.
still doing numbers. Why
Right, you
would
the Barbie.
you let that be like, what is you jealous of that for? Go grab another, you know, hot upcoming whoever, get on a little track, shake y'all booty and fake tits and make some money.
Make
Do
it
the
make
same
sense.
thing. Make
But listen,
make it make sense. Like, do the same thing.
she's also mad at Megan though, because Megan did that song with Cardi B maybe a year later, and she's rivalries with Cardi B too. So she feels like Megan's touching, you know, hands with people that she don't touch hands with. But listen, this is an industry. We about making money. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So
If them
I
hands
don't
is
I don't
feeding
I don't
me,
have an opinion about you.
if them hands is feeding me, okay, yes, I'm
Mhm.
gonna eat out of them. Yes, if they're helping me, yeah, I am going to touch hands with every single person that got their hand open to help me. And if she don't
Well, listen,
understand that at her ripe old age, then you know, Grandma Nikki needs to have a seat.
but listen to this. I can't go off of what somebody might have did wrong to you and take
Right.
that for what they're going to do to me, because just because you and somebody didn't work out don't mean me and that person ain't going to work out, don't mean our business relationship ain't going to go good. So I could possibly lose out on a blessing, an amazing opportunity, because I say, hey, no, I'm not going to do business with that person because you don't like them. No, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to take it all in, and I'm going to see what they're about and learn for myself if they on bullshit. And then at that point, then, you know, I can be like, okay, well, damn, you know, I should have listened to you or so forth. But don't be mad because she's trying to, you know, get her name out there and make money and do exactly what you did. Like, you had to come up in the industry too. So you probably worked with people that didn't want to work with you because you worked with other people, but that's part of the game.
And I mean, you would think there's somebody in the industry knew that. Like, this is not, you ain't in it to make no friends. Like, you really not. Now, if you do along the way, excuse me, then it's like that's a blessing. But you're not in this to make friends.
Just run up a
And
bag.
you ain't gonna stop. You ain't gonna stop your bag because somebody like, oh, Nikki, don't work with them because I had an issue with them. You're gonna tell them they crazy. Unless it's
That
really
part.
some personal, like family, you know, like super close type stuff. You ain't about to close your bag off for nobody. And if you
No.
do, you're crazy. This is a
Listen,
business
for real.
at the end of the day. Like, people get real personal with it, but at the end of the day, this is a business.
That
And
part.
you can't give up eating or feeding your kids because, you know, you want to be with that, like, that Drake shit, no new friends or whatever. Please bring them. Like, I don't have that to do.
That
And
new friend might be that new blessing. That new
it's
friend might be that new
sad because
blessing.
it's like they're all dope. Like, every last one of them is dope in their own right.
Unique.
And to not even be able to like collab and work together, like, y'all could be making more money.
But not just that. Listen to this. Let's flip it. Okay. Now, all of this that's going on, how are you showing us empowerment? How are you empowering these young Black women? How are you showing them anything to take from this but drama and negativity? That's not what we want. So
Right.
let's flip it to that. Like, what are we getting out of that? You guys are putting all these diss tracks out, doing all this different stuff, but in the community, what is it doing for us? It's not putting books in the schools. It's not, you know, helping single mothers. It's not, you know, showing these little Black girls that they can be whatever they want to be, do something better, showing, you know, the little Mexican girls or, you know, the little white girls. It's not doing any of that. It's just showing them like, hey, be ratchet, you know, be ghetto, be this, you know, like we're like, let's flip it. You guys have a platform to be amazing. Why not empower us? Why not empower our children? Why not motivate them to be something great? Since, you know, we have these platforms to be like, hey, but instead they want to bicker and fight over, you know, shit that really don't, well, it do matter, but it don't matter in all sense.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because really a person wouldn't know your business if you ain't telling them. And again, to each his own, whatever they choose to do to live their lives.
Everybody is gonna know your business because it's the industry. Like there ain't a person that, unless you really do live under a rock, that probably didn't hear about, you know, Megan's mom passing away.
Right.
It's not like it was private news.
Right.
So
that part.
It's like, Nikki, you really is like, you're weird. You're weird. And then it was crazy too because there was a small clip that I heard of Nikki.
She said she's spiritual, girl. She said she's spiritual. Did you hear that part? She talked about she's spiritual.
This girl was over here talking about, if I put the word out, she had her little whisper voice on, right, y'all? She was like, get my voice together. So she's like,
oh.
Real low. She was like whispering. She's like, if I put the head out, if I put out that word, and I'm like, oh, so you did send them people to that lady grave. You damn sure did.
But she did a whole video and said she didn't. Talk about why would she do that? And it's like this though. Even if you didn't, but listen, even if you didn't necessarily say, here, go do that, you provoked them to do that. That's why I said you're a motivator. You have a platform. So instead of you encouraging positive, you provoked them to go to this lady's grave and basically damn near destroy this woman's grave. Like, who does that?
She has the hardcore fans, like her Barbs, or like they are.
It's a Barbie world.
They are like, I don't know, they worship the ground that they never get to see her walk on.
That part.
Like, there's some of them, y'all will never meet her, get close to her, know nothing. And they worship her. And it's like, she can do no wrong. She can say no wrong. And it'd be like, no, she's wrong as hell.
Well, yeah, you know, like I said, for that sense of, you know, like I said, where you came at with your point of her talking about her mother, like in that sense with her not being here, yeah, that's a very disrespectful thing. You should never want to bring up anybody's dead parents or anybody's family member that's done passed away. Like, you don't even speak on those type of, you know, subjects.
Or anybody like young children that like can't defend themselves.
Right.
You know, and it's that, because that was a lot of the stuff too. It was like people talk about people, kids and babies. And I'm like, this too much.
Well, listen though, that's another thing. You know, they saying in like, you know, kids, old people, you're not supposed to mess with them. You're not supposed to, you know, same thing, dead people. Like, you're not supposed to want to be doing reckless, you know, things and being like, hey, that's okay. So I don't know. That just for me, Nikki even thinking that it was okay to even want to provoke somebody to go to that woman's grave, like, why would you do that? Like, why would you feel in any way that was going to bring any type of good juju your way? Like, if anything, that's bringing nothing but bad, you know, karma your way, because, like, that lady ain't do nothing to you. Like, why are you bothering her? I'm just saying, like, you got a problem with Megan. Like, y'all should have took that on a whole nother level, not bringing mamas and, you know, mama's kids, shit like that shouldn't be involved in y'all disses, like, by far.
And I mean, and for her to have a child, you know, it's like clearly you don't, there's a level of respect that she just clearly don't have
for herself.
You know, for yourself, as a woman, as a mother, as a fellow, whatever you want to call yourself. Like, there's a level of respect that you don't have to think that it's okay to say that, and you are also a mother. Like, what if that was you?
How would you feel?
You wouldn't appreciate, you know, you watching from above and somebody is just, you know, tearing you up from the 3D world. Like, if you don't go sit down somewhere, like that lady has not
Listen,
bothered you.
she's not bothered, and it's like at the end of the day, like, you know, you not having respect for yourself doesn't show you the understanding of a person's innocence, you know, and things that shouldn't be, you know, shouldn't be okay for people to be like, okay, well, it's okay to talk to this man knowing that he has these type of feelings or these type of, you know, emotions towards wanting to look at a kid, touch on a kid, watch a nasty video with it, any of that. Like,
Right.
where does that logically, where's it right at? Like,
It don't
how's your
make no
brain working
sense.
correctly?
It's
Like,
not.
if you feel that if you feel that looking at a little girl gets you like any type of, there's something wrong with you. And as a woman, if you think it's okay to be with a man that thinks like, okay, hey, yeah, you want to be with these little girls, go ahead. No, because you don't know what you're taking from that child. You don't know what type of innocence you're taking from them. You don't know what type of life, you know, altering changes are going to happen to them just from that moment, you know. So for her to be a woman and a mother and all of that, like, to even want to sit next to a person like that, like, why? Like, what's registering through your head? Like, I want to know what's registering through her head. Like, what goes through her head daily, and what goes through her head,
I don't
you know, the
even
day when
know if I
she
want to know. I don't even know if I want to know. She might have some real
demons
mm,
that she's fighting and been
listen,
working
there
with
might
up
be
in
some
there.
worse demons and I don't even know. Like I don't even know if I want to understand none of that, you know.
Okay.
But one other thing that I don't know if a lot of people have seen this yet. I saw this on TikTok.
Okay.
They talk about Megan, you know, she done sent people to, you know, her mom's grave. Well, she sent it, people going to people's houses on behalf
I heard
of
about that too.
Nikki. So there's this
I
young
heard about
little
that.
white dude who was on TikTok. He does videos about different like celebrity gossip and like beefs and gives his opinion and stuff like that. So he has an opinion about this Nikki this. So he went on there and I mean he chewed sis up, got her together, chewed her up. The next thing you know, this boy is getting messages and emails, phone calls, his dad, his family, friends harassing this boy. Like
Mhm.
people are really being sent to people's houses
Like,
behind
but this is
a
the crazy part. Like,
celebrity,
how
behind a
how are
celebrity
their
beat.
addresses just leaked? They're just like, you know, they're just leaking their addresses, and because they got money, they're
Right,
able to do that.
right. So they're somehow getting people's addresses, phone numbers, all of that, and not just them, their families, friends. And people have been sent these Nikki fans making threats to this boy. And I'm
Sad.
like, how in the hell it like if it gets to the point where innocent people who's just on,
Hmm.
you know, on their phones taking their little videos and stating their little opinions with our little broke asses. How, how is it that somebody is really in danger? Like that bothers me. That bothers me that somebody is really in danger behind a celebrity beef and it has nothing to do with him.
Well,
That's the
listen, because you have to think, whatever words he put out brought enough attention to where it made her feel some type of way. It made her have to think about the situation. So with that happening, what other choice does she have? Because she can't just have somebody out talking about her. She can't have somebody out doing these extra things. So what do? You're going to put full force your bullshit to try to basically push them away or scare them off or intimidate them so that they're not talking about you, or, you know, they, you know, fall back off of the situation. you know. So, and you got to think, they got money. So them having money, they're able to do all this dumb shit, which makes no sense because listen, freedom of speech, just like you're an entertainer and you talk about any and everything, a person having an opinion about you shouldn't make you want to harass them, go out trying to hurt them, you know, hurt their family, any of that, because it's a fucking opinion. Nothing matters after that. Like it ain't paying your bills, it ain't feeding you, none of that. It's just an opinion.
Especially for her. Like, especially for her, like the caliber that you are at, right? You are at superstar status. Like you
But
get money.
She don't feel that.
You get money in your sleep, boo-boo. Like you shouldn't even, like, you know how many people that had opinions about you, right? People's been, you know, against Nicki and saying negative stuff and videos and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what is it this time that was like such the trigger that, like, and I can't even say it's her because it's not like she went to or, you know, called him or nothing. But the people who were doing this, like, that's like, come on. Y'all,
well, you know, Nicki said, listen though, Nicki put out a video, okay, and a tweet. I think it was a tweet or that she put out, and she was like, the next person that comes for me or my family, they're gonna really regret it. So that's why I said it doesn't matter. Whatever he said must have brought enough attention to where it made her feel pressed. Because again, same thing. Megan didn't say her name. She didn't say too much, but it made her feel pressed. It made her feel she had to get up and do something about the situation. So
even still, it's like for these followers, Barbs, whatever they want to call themselves. Like, first of all, you're not getting me to be a part of your Ku Klux Klan. We're not doing that.
That part.
Not doing a call. We're not doing that. So
that part.
Barb, no. Even Meg with her hotties, no. We ain't doing that.
Right.
And it's like, it's just making me think, because I'm a very spiritual person. And, you know, certain shit just, you know, when it don't feel right, when it don't look right, it ain't.
That part.
And the fact that there's the fact that people are really going this far. It's not even like, okay, they just like heckling them back on the internet and, you know, trolling and saying little dumb stuff to them on the internet. Like, this man, the page done got took down off of TikTok. I kind of watched a brief video. I think it was his dad was talking about like how his son's life is in danger and that, you know, they deleted his account and like, for real. So what is it that's going on with these people, these fans, that they feel like it's cool, or they're doing Nicki some justice by going and harassing this man and his family? Like, that's
kind of like being in a cult. Think about it. You got a leader that's like brainwashing them to do whatever they want. So it's not that, you know, she's necessarily brainwashing them, but them having so much, you know, whatever for her, that's brainwashing them to be like, hey, we got to defend her by any means necessary type of thing. Like, okay, well, dang, I hope she pay your bills when you finish defending her. I'm just saying.
This is giving real Get Out vibes. Like, she got a cup somewhere and she just twirling the spoon, you know, watching y'all tweets and y'all, you know, Instagrams and shit. She just,
oh shit,
whispering over the cup and shit, and she got y'all. Like, that part. There got to be some type of hold that she got on certain people just like they were saying about like Travis Scott and how, you know, his you know, concerts and the music and this, that, and the third. I don't know what it is, but there ain't no way that these people is in their right mind enough to just feel like whoever's, first of all, whoever was the first group or person that thought about, let me find out where he lives. Let me get his phone number. Like the first person that even made that thought was sick. Because you ain't even doing it for you. This man didn't say nothing about you. He said something about Nikki. She don't pay your bills, I'm sure of it.
But you're ready to risk it all, though. You're ready to risk it all, though, for her.
And she ain't gonna ask you for a toenail clipper.
Listen.
Okay? Wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire, probably. and you
She
over
might be into that kinky shit. Don't say that. She might be into that kinky shit. Don't say that. She might be part of. Listen, Megan said in her. Wait, hold on. Megan said in her song, she said she was dancing for R. Kelly, so she might be into that. I'm just saying. I just heard a little bit of that in the song. I'm just saying.
I mean, if she liked to go in showers, I mean, who am I to say? Oh, the PP, you know, you got it. You definitely got it. You know, but it baffles me that there's nothing wrong being a fan. Nothing wrong at all. I'm a fan of people, but this is like to another level. And it's like, is this really like some, you know, cult-ish type thing? Like, or is these people really just like, that's my bitch and I got it? Like, I don't know. It's like, because I don't know. It just don't make sense to me that these regular people is going this hard to, you know, like protect a celebrity from something they don't even need protection from. It's not like she's been harmed in some way. So like her fans is trying to band together to, you know, I don't know, do something positive. They're not banding together to help you do nothing. You don't need no help.
Think about this. They say birds of a feather flock together. So maybe some of those fans, you know, kind of intake and partake in the same type of lifestyle that she's partaking with her husband or whatever. So maybe that might be one of the reasons that, you know, they're going to bat for her. You know, that could be a reason, because I can't see myself going to bat for somebody that, like, why am I going to go to war for you when it has first of all nothing to do with you.
Right.
Second of all, you're going to get yourself in trouble or some type of sort. Like, she's not coming to bail you out of jail. She's not paying no bills. She's not going to help you. So why would you risk it all for that?
It's hard to say, because it's like there's no incentive for nothing. It's not like, you know, she put a reward out and was like, oh, whoever defends me, I'm gonna give them $50,000. There's no incentive. So at what point do we look at these people and what type of mental state are you in to think that this is cool, you know? And if the shoe was on the other foot and you had your opinion, like everybody do, like there's been, like I've seen so many videos about people, you know, talking that shit about Nikki and the diss, and the one who said her diss was whack and it didn't make no sense, and he laughed at it. So there's all these videos out on both sides, but this one person over here is getting, you know, damn near getting attacked, him and his family.
Right.
Like,
well, see, but you know, it's probably multiple things going on like that, though, you know, and as time goes on, because, you know, Nikki been at this for days, you know, we're probably gonna, you know, hear a little bit more, see a little bit more as far as, you know, different things that are happening to different fans and things like that because of this situation.
Well, we gonna see what's going on, because at this point, Like, is y'all gonna fight it out?
Look at
it's
go
like,
into the
okay,
boxing ring,
now it's
put on the boxing gloves.
because now I feel like, okay, we done put out this track. Okay, here come another diss track. Okay, here come another. Like, how much more diss track we gotta hear? Or like, do we gotta see a fight? Or is y'all just gonna be like, okay, middle finger up, I don't deal with you, and leave it at that?
That part.
Like, what, you know what I mean? It's like, so what is the conclusion now?
Hey, they should do a celebrity boxing match. A celebrity boxing match. Like, come on, we want to see this.
I mean, look, Bigfoot might get on her. She better go ahead now. You over there talking about Bigfoot. She don't want no smoke with Megan. They don't call her, she don't call herself a stallion for nothing. You better go on now, Nikki. She gonna kick you in that
Listen,
butt.
you know the definition of that. Listen.
So I don't know. That might be a little brutal. You know, Nikki might get boxed up. Who knows? But I don't know. At some point, it's like, okay, we gotta chill. Because I mean, this song after this song, like, it start to get boring. Like, okay, is we gonna hear some real music because y'all putting too much, energy into this song and like going back and forth. It's like, at what point as grown women do we say, all right, I quit?
Yeah, because listen, it's time now. Like, let that be the last. Go get back to your bag. Worry about your money and putting out some music. Maybe like put out some motivational music moving forward for these little girls and stuff, rather than all this extra stuff. Like
Mhm.
be done with it. Like, what's the point of keep going? Like, well, I guess then it's good. It's promotion for them too. So it keeps them in the limelight of shit. So as long as they doing stuff like that, it keeps them relevant. So that might be a reason too. Like they want to stay relevant. So if they keep the diss tracks up and stuff, people gonna keep talking.
I mean, that's that. I feel like that's a part of it, but like you could also make yourself just as relevant with something else. Like you said earlier, there's these y'all have like the biggest platform somebody could have. You know what I mean? And y'all have the means to be able to be out here teaching young men and women,
Yes,
how to handle themselves, how to do this, how to like. There's so much stuff that y'all could really be out here doing to put your
correct.
name out there in a better light at that, so that people don't
Yes,
gotta every time your name come up, it gotta be associated with bullshit all the time. Like,
that part.
no, find something else to do. Find something safe to do. Like, chill the fuck out. How about that? Chill out. Go make
That
some
part.
music. Go collab with somebody. Go, you know what I mean? Like, do something. I don't know. Go on a damn spiritual retreat then. Since she's so damn spiritual, go on a retreat then. But to be on the internet for days and days and days, just heckling, just saying stuff, tweeting and this and that, and live videos, and it's like, when do we stop? And then it's like, okay, if once it's done with Megan, who's next?
Yeah,
Because
well, they said Nikki has
there
beef
will
with
be
multiple
somebody
people, and it
else.
keeps going.
Yeah, and there will be somebody else. Like, this is gonna blow over eventually. We don't know how long it's gonna take.
Right.
Eventually it's gonna blow over, but then it's like, okay, well, who's next? Who else is she
Right.
gonna harass because she don't like a line in their song, or the next, the new hottest, whatever, little rapper that came out, is she doing good and she hating because her time almost up? Like, it's just, yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
So with that being said, right now what we got on the screen, we're gonna flip over to something real quick before we end out our night. Next week's show, we're going to be doing some live interviews with some people from a fashion show that's going to be held out here in Phoenix, Arizona on April 7th out on Mill Avenue. We're actually going to have one of our hosts, Tara Ray Lynn, is going to be performing that day. And she's going to be, giving us a scoop on that next week. And a few other people from that event, which would be Taylor Renee, Smokey Dollar. The individuals that are hosting it will also be on here for that interview. So let's get ready for that next week. Tell everybody to lock in and get ready. And I believe that fashion show is going to be something amazing. And not a lot of different talents and brands and, different artists coming out to really, showcase their talent. So I think everybody in the, Phoenix area will want to come out and have some fun that night. And I know there's going to be like some special gifts being given away that night and so forth. So, that's going to be next week. We're going to get into details about that.
Well, I can't be there, but somebody get me a gift and just mail it to me. Thank you.
Got you.
One of my internet fans, because I know y'all like me because I be lit and I be talking shit. So, I have some good news I want to share with y'all before. Well, it's kind of like the next day, so it's technically don't count. But today, March 28th, was technically the 29th, but y'all get it, right? Mm-hmm. I'm celebrating my 1-year cancerversary. So I've been cancer-free for exactly 1 year.
God is good. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So I'm excited. I didn't do nothing at work today. So I didn't really celebrate or nothing like that. But I'm going to try to do something for myself this weekend and, probably on Sunday. A little self-care Sunday type of thing. Because it's a big deal to be able to say, I had it. You know what I mean? And I'm good. No chemo. I still got to get, tests and stuff like that. But I'm good. I feel a lot better than I did when I got, my surgeries because it was brutal. So, yes. Big ups to God, number one.
Yes.
And thank you, everybody, support team, my internet family. Thank y'all. We're going to celebrate. So y'all might see me looking cute on Sunday.
Hey, now.
Maybe. I might get cute.
Yes, that'll be fun, and you deserve it. That's always a blessing. All things are possible through him. So,
absolutely.
Without him. So, yes. So, Miss Phoenix, we're going to let you go ahead and take us out tonight. So take us out so we can go ahead and call it a night and give all these people they good night dreams and sweet kisses and all that good stuff.
Yes, good vibes. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Our sister couldn't be here today, but she's gonna be here next week. We're gonna turn it again. We want y'all to tap in, leave comments. We want y'all to get on if y'all need to. We want to see some more interaction. We're going to have some good topics, some interviews. So until next time, America.
Deuces.
She fell in love with the wave pattern. Cracked her open and she got my name tatted. Saw the bag overflowing and got weak in the knees. Bang you off the balcony on the beach in Belize. It's so. I know you feel the vibe. Course Smokey, shorty fell in love with the wave pattern. Cracked her open and she got my name tatted. Saw the bag.
Let's be real, all positive, no negative. Right here, presented to